Howdy folks, how are y'all doing? My name is Rees, and welcome back to the Minecraft 2025 Let's Play Adventure, where today is August the 13th. It is a Wednesday, which means it is a dragon slay day. We're going to go fight the dragon in the end for the fourth time, and today is going to be a little bit different. We're trying to do something a little bit different every time we go do it, so it doesn't get too repetitive, and today's is all about doing it with a beacon underneath, because how fun will that be? That's the main difference, that we now have, because we got beacons to use to build a second beacon here on Gilliam Isle, but now we're taking them with us to the end to go fight the dragon again instead, because, gosh darn it, we can just get as many wither skeleton skulls as our heart's desire at the wither skeleton skull farm that we built in the previous installment. Is fantastic! So we're not going to worry about that right now, but what are we going to build this thing out of? Iron. 100% pure, raw, unadulterated, unadulterated iron. It's going to be spectacular. Now, the one concern I have at the moment is, first off, I can't remember how many iron blocks we need. Let me look that up real quick. How many iron blocks for full beacon? 164 iron blocks. So that's like 2.5 stacks. We don't even need as much as I just got. That's fine. This ought to get the job done right here. The only concern I have right now is where exactly are we going to build it? And then also, how am I going to fight it this time? I feel like we could probably just use the crossbow again, because that was so successful before. Do we really need to have, like, a different strategy for this episode? Considering the different thing that we're doing is having a beacon, and we're going to see how that impacts the operation? I don't know. I kind of feel like that's enough. I feel like that's a big enough difference that we don't really need to... Because, like, the plan one next was going to be using... exclusively, by the way, using nothing else other than the... I can't remember what it's called, the Trident. That's what it was going to be. We're going to do the Trident run, where all we use is the Trident. I thought that could be a fun time. Thought that could be interesting. Oh, look, you can see that up there now. We need to go make it look better, though. We need a better way up and down, first off, besides just the stack of... Oh, forgot we also have these growing. We haven't been back over here since they've sprouted up some. And they look spectacular, don't they? The whole thing looks wonderful. I'm very pleased with how this turned out. We still need to connect everything together with dirt. Are we going to build dirt all the way over to there? Probably not. But then again, this is my forever world. Who knows what we'll end up doing? We might even have, like, overworld forests here in the end. So, we'll just have to wait and see. I have successfully reset my spawn, so we should be going back home. Wait a minute. I forgot to... Gosh darn it, I completely forgot to build the crystals to resummon the darn thing. That is unfortunate, that's okay. So what I was going to say is I'm not sure where to build this thing. The obvious place is, like, right underneath the end portal here. Because if we put the beacon there, it should shoot up through the bedrock, and we'll still get our 50 by 50 effect. The only issue is, this is also currently where we farm withers, and if we do that, we can't farm withers here anymore. Although I guess what we could do is we could just come back down here and we could put the obsidian back down. Because we don't typically farm withers and fight the end dragon. And, like, look how... Plus, once the beacon is placed, breaking the obsidian is going to be so much faster anyway. So, maybe that is the best thing we can do. How far down do we want to build it? Because technically, we can build it all the way in the bottom of, like, the world, but I don't know how to get down there. Outside of just slowly building blocks down. Oh, there's like a tunnel. There's like a passage. It'd be cool if there was stuff under there. It'd be really cool if there were bigger islands in the end. Apparently it's been a decade since the end upgrade, or update, that added all of the distant islands and stuff, which is fascinating. I didn't realize it had been that long. I do remember that update, I just wasn't playing vanilla a lot at the time, but that's interesting that it's been that long. That's kind of crazy. But bigger islands... Oh, you're not mad at me for that, are you? No, we're chill. Bigger islands with tunnels and caves and unique ores and other mobs and maybe some kind of villager equivalent. Because there's no villagers here. You got villagers in the nether in the form of the piglins, right? And then you have the villagers in the overworld. There's no villagers here. And I don't think we need another dimension. I know everyone wants this sort of like Sky Island dimension that is pleasant, right? I think everyone wants it to be something along the lines of the Aether. which is a very cool mod. Nice to see that one's still getting traction today. It's a great mod. Like, everyone wants that, and that would be cool. But, like, we don't need it necessarily. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna build this thing such that the bottom of the beacons is in direct contact with where the obsidian goes. So when I come down here to defeat the Wither, I can just slap these down on top of the beacons, and I don't have to have any sort of other temporary materials. So, like, right here. And again, it's not going to work with the obsidian there, but we'll just break the obsidian. Also, I didn't bring fuel. I forgot to bring a fuel type for this. That's on me. What I can never remember is whether or not it's supposed to be all the way around. You know what I mean? Like, I think it does. I don't think you can just have one block underneath it. Like, this is not how you do it. I think it needs to be like this. Unless I'm wrong. Which I might be, but I don't think I am. And we'll find out in a second if... oh, shoot. You know what? Hold on. Let's not be silly here. Let's not be hasty. These on the corners should come on. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. So we will... hold on. Wait a minute. Which are the two that are most important to us? I would say resistance and strength are the two most important ones. So we'll make that those two. So those will be active even if we leave the obsidian here. Or then again, regen would be useful too. Alright, so what I want to do now is I don't actually want to, but you know what, I'm just doing this as if I have the ability to double jump, and I currently don't. This might be dumb, because we could also just put this down lower and have glass blocks be here where the beacons are that we place the obsidian down on, and in that case, this room could stay the way that it's been, and I think I might like that idea better. Because what we're doing right now is we're setting up a bit of a mess for ourselves. How deep does this go? Today's video is very quickly turning into a project day. It's very quickly transforming from let's go fight the end dragon to let's go do a project. It goes quite deep, this island, is what we're learning. I think we want it to be as far down as possible. I don't know if the dragon can destroy beacons or iron blocks, but I know the dragon can be quite destructive. And if we put this as far down into the island as we can, we don't have to worry about that. Oh, okay, there it is. There's the bottom. So standing on the bottom, we are at 15, and then the top of the world. Holy smokes. So back up here where we are right now is at 55. A 40 block difference is not that much, but still. All right, we need some building materials that I wasn't anticipating, so let's go grab those. This should take us home, which is exactly what we want. We also want some glass. And we're going to want a bunch of, at least temporarily, scaffolding. Oh, right, I've used so much of it. What goes into scaffolding? Is it 6 bamboo? And then a string, so let's get a stack of string, and will that, how much scaffolding does that give me? That gives me all of the scaffolding my heart desires, and then some. Oh, folks, by the way, I completely forgot. In the last video, I mentioned furnaces. They're inside of the ender chest, which we have one of in the nether, so we could have gotten furnaces. I also just went ahead and filled one of these with fire potions. It's not completely full, but a bunch of fire potions in there, so we're set to go on that front. We also got stone cutters in there. I'm pretty sure, we must have an ender chest in the end. I feel like we must. I say that we must. We might not. So the glass, I think, is going to be here in the middle. And then we'll hollow everything out, or actually, maybe we hollow everything out in this sort of a pattern here. All the way down. It's a lot more work, but I'm watching YouTube videos, and for whatever reason, when I'm on a video I'm really enjoying, I don't mind just shutting up and doing the work. Also, when I say I'm watching YouTube videos now, I think people get confused. I'm not, like, literally right now while I'm talking, the video is not playing. Just for clarification, because I think some people think that I'm both, like, talking and listening to a video at the same time. I'm not a magician. I can't do that. I mean, like, you know, common trick magicians will do, where they talk and listen to a thing simultaneously. No, I would get very distracted were that the case. What I mean is there's a video pulled up, and I've got it on another screen, actually on an entirely different computer, and I switch, like, I pause when I talk, and then I resume the video when I don't. Let's start digging. Actually, wait a second. This is gonna take a really long time. Do you know what would make this faster? Is if we just dug a single... Wait a minute. Wait, I've just had a brilliant idea. Okay. You probably already guessed what I was about to say. But what if we dug straight to the bottom of the world, one hole, and then we set up a fast mining beacon, and then we came back up top here, and we dug all the way down now that we had the fast mining beacon. Wouldn't that make more sense? Now riddle me this. Wouldn't it make even more sense if I brought iron with me to power the beacon? Now, let me stop you there, because you're probably thinking, Rees, you forgot, didn't you? And let me tell you what, folks, okay? I did. We're going to get extra as well. We're going to get extra. We're going to get the whole stack of 23, because it's just as likely that I will have to move one around because I've placed it wrong, have to shuffle it about some, rather just, you know, be prepared. So I assume that we're fine, right? If we dig down to 15, we shouldn't fall through the world. Unless the bottom of the world is kind of cupped like a dome, or like a bowl, or like, well, not really like a cup at all. So I don't even know why I said cupped. But like, we might fall through the world here in a second. So we're going to assume that we don't want to do that. So this is where we want the beacon. But the beacon needs to be placed on top of some iron. 4 different tiers of it. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's eventually going to be what it looks like. Except it actually needs to be bigger. I haven't forgotten. That's tier 1. Tier 2 will go out here. Tier 3 will go out down here. Oh, geez, I just about walked out there. It's fine. I've got an elytra and I've got rockets and we would have been okay. But it would have caused a severe amount of, like, discomfort for a second. Final tier is going to go down here. Tier 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's start filling in the sides here. Did I miscalculate in some kind of a way? Am I crazy? There's supposed to be this layer here. Let's put down a beacon real quick. Okay, first layer right there. You get the beacon, and you get the blocks underneath. Then you got your second layer, your third layer, your fourth layer. Where am I going wrong here? How did I end up with not enough blocks? I've clearly done something wrong, but I don't even know what it is. Get back out of here. Ow. Let me just allow me a moment here to verify that this works the way that I know that it does. 1 layer, 2 layer, 3 level, 4. How many emeralds are at my door? Iron blocks going all over the place. Iron blocks gonna slap you in the face. Copper golems packing mace. Iron golems whack you in the face. Bum 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 bum. I don't know what the song is. We all fell about the place. If that chick don't want to know, forget her. No 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 nope 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 nope. Leave me alone. Nope 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 nope. Nope, nope, I'm about to die here. I'm gonna die here. It's okay. I found refuse. Not refuse, I found refuge. I don't even know, I think I just kind of like barely glanced at them for 2 seconds. Imagine losing 46 levels because you accidentally glanced at some Endermen for not even a full second. They don't even understand, I'm doing this for them. Okay, we're gonna dig this hole straight down, and this is where we're going to build up with a stairway up using, well, I mean, maybe ladders would be better, but I'm going to use all of the scaffolding that we have. All right, back to filling all of this in. I still don't, I've done something wrong with my calculations. Maybe I misplaced a stack of iron blocks at some point. I'm not sure. Did I? Yeah, I got that. Okay. Doesn't matter. At the end of the day, got that done. So that's going to go right there. Beacon to the sky. Full power. Haste and haste 2. Has to be that. So there's that activated. And then we have our other shot straight to the sky. We're going to be placing this down. There we go. Just let it go until it can go no more, and that's how we'll know it's hit the roof there, which I expected to happen before a full stack. Does this thing have direct view to the sky? I guess it does. I guess I didn't realize where I was putting it had direct view of the sky, because it should not have gone that far. That's okay. Nothing harmed, nothing lost. Ah, yes, naturally. Okay, well, we're gonna place that right there, and then we're gonna break this thing off level. Some of those looks like they might have gone through the portal. Where do they go if they go through the portal? Do they go... Actually, yeah, no, if I throw something in here, where does that go? Does it go to my spawn point? Does it go to the overworld? We'll never know. Okay, back to digging. Again, we only need to dig out this little area. There's absolutely no reason to dig further down than that. So why was I going to? I'm not going to. Right. Yeah, that would be silly. Whatever reasoning I had in my head, it was dumb, and we're not going to do it. I was going to turn all of this into beautiful end stone, and we might still someday, but this is going to be a put-off-till-later task now, officially. Because gosh darn it, I've got a life to live. I got Tech at SMP videos to record. You can see the hours of my life flying past me, the things I never did, the moments I'll never experience, the friendships I ever made, the lovers I never loved, the one that got away. Tell you what, we'll do a small part of it down here is what we'll go ahead and do. Alrighty, folks. Well, like I said, I did go ahead and prettied up the sides of this little area down here, just using a bit of the in-stone bricks. All of these are activated, and we've got all of our stat buffs over here. I also changed something up top, which we're going to slowly make our way up to so I can show you. I have not done the chamber below the glass. I'm probably not going to do that right now, or the chamber above it for that matter. But what I did do was I replaced the glass in the middle with black stained glass so that I can remember at a glance exactly where obsidian goes, which, by the way, is now in a chest back here. I might put it in a different sort of storage medium, or maybe even like a barrel in the ground there. Actually, it'd look kind of cool if just a barrel in the ground there. That might be a great idea. But now we can officially once again head home, because I've once more forgotten all the times I've been back home to get the end crystals. And I say get them, but I haven't even made them yet. And do I even have the materials yet? Barely. We're gonna have to go ghast farming again here soon for next week. I should probably empty out my inventory. I still think it's funny that when you think about how much time we spent, I say me, how much time I spent dreading fighting the dragon for the first time in vanilla Minecraft in over a decade. I think I might have only ever fought the dragon in vanilla Minecraft one time, unless I'm misremembering, and, you know, some of you folks have been watching me since the beginning, so if you know, let me know, but I'm pretty sure it was just in the Race to the End series. I just think it's funny that despite all of that fear and trepidation we had the first time, I'm not even paying attention. I do have my crossbow ready to go. But here we go, doing this again. And this time, of course, the big difference is that, first off, we've spent 43 minutes building building a portal, and now we've got all of the different enchants, which is a great time, which is going to kind of affect all future dragon fights as well, because all future dragon fights, we've got to keep in mind that we're doing it with the enchants. So whatever challenges we have, that's going to have an impact. That's going to have an effect, and that's okay. I don't care. The challenges aren't really meant to be challenging. They're just like, oh, this is a different experience. Let's see what it's like. It'd be cool if each time, and I understand why they're not doing this, but if each time you fought the dragon, the fight was slightly harder, like it dealt more damage or had more health or did different moves or something like that. And the reason they don't do that is the literal reason you can fight the dragon multiple times is for the servers, right? If you're playing on a server, they want you to be able to, you know, come in however long later and still have that experience of fighting the end dragon. And I get that, and I don't begrudge them that. I'm just thinking, like, as a person who's basically playing single player here, I'm thinking of, like, longevity in a world. Like, oh, I'm gonna fight the dragon 24 times. I'm having to make the experience unique. I'm having to come up with these ideas for, like, okay, well, and also I'm accepting recommendations. But, you know, like, how can I do the fight and have it be a little bit different this time? The burden at present is upon me. Check this out. Whoa! Like something out of an action movie. You can also hit it from above. Sometimes. Sometimes I get that. We're gonna get desperate by the end of this series, aren't we? We're gonna be doing, gosh darn, no elytra, no beacon, wood sword only runs. But the wood sword will be fully enchanted. We're not gonna do that. It'd be funny, though. Dang, that does some damage. Oh, no. Leave me alone, dude. Please. It's not worth it for you, really. When you consider, like, you don't stand a chance. I mean, he's doing pretty good so far. He's getting his hits in. I'll give him that. Now, does, what is this called here? What is the one with the sword? The strength doesn't apply to your ranged weapons, I don't believe. Doesn't seem to, at least. It doesn't make sense. Especially with a crossbow. Like, maybe it makes sense with a regular bow that strength would apply, because you can draw it back further because you're stronger. But this is draw back, and then once it's drawn back, it locks into place. Your strength really only plays a role in how quickly, I guess, you can draw it back, and how winded you are afterward. Not necessarily on the... I mean, I guess if you're stronger, you can have a more powerful crossbow, but that's not really how Minecraft works at all. And also, we're running out of arrows. We need hot air currents. Have we discussed this yet? Has anyone in Mojang discussed this? You know, like, you can have hot water that lifts you up. When are we getting our hot air currents in Minecraft that allow me to, like, lift myself up on my elytra? Right now, the only mechanism for that is the Ender Dragon itself. Like, the Ender Dragon will occasionally, like, do that. And that lifts me up so that I can stand on mountains. No, 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 no. Oh no. You raise me up and deal a lot of damage. You enrage Endermen and cause them to freak out. You fly away with pierced wings and no bandage. And you die. I've got nothing else. Also, for a second there, I was about to transition into Forever Young, because I don't know the rest of the words. And it was just like... I'm forever young. Like, my brain was just like, I know the words to this song. Do you want to switch? I was like, no. Are you sure, my guy? Are you sure? If you want to keep singing, we've got to switch over to something you know. And it's like, you're making up the words, Reese. Do you really need to know them? I guess what I should say is I don't remember, like, the melody. Get him, everybody! Come on, we're almost there! She's just about dead! Oh, come on. Oh! No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, no, no. No. Having all these beacons everywhere is going to actively make me worse at the game. Like, I'm just gonna get so used to, I don't know why I shot there. I'm gonna get so used to being able to just, like, be healed while running around. It's gonna make me worse. Don't do this. Just be dead. I think we're done. I think we've done good. Why am I struggling while he dies? Why am I struggling with these guys so much? And they're not that bad. But then again, I've got all these enchants. So why am I struggling with them with all these enchants, with all these buffs? Yeah, they're two-hit kills now if we do it properly. So we really have no excuse to ever die from these guys. Oh, see, they sneak up on you though. You gotta kind of get them before they have the opportunity to be hostile. Otherwise, it's just not fair. Also, wait, would we be better off? Because they're not undead, I don't believe. So is this, like, the better method? Kinda not, it's sort of the same. Also, it doesn't have the drop buffs. Stop it. 1, 2, 3. Nice and simple. And you gotta get them before they start freaking out. Because as long as you start, they don't teleport away. They don't really start getting hits in on you. That guy was the exception. Get him in a corner here. Makes it even easier. We need to build a drop farm. Well, maybe not drop farm, but some kind of farm for these guys as well. Add it to my list of project ideas, and or maybe a put it off till later sort of a thing. I know they can be built though. Oh shoot, I've got multiples on me. Oh, this is not what I intended to do. This was a mistake. This was an accident. Okay, we survived. It would be really mean to my past self to just, like, stare at a bunch of these guys and get them all coming after me and then just jump through the portal. I'm curious what happens if they hit the portal. Like, they must go through it, but where do they go? To my room? Do they go to my house? That would be unfortunate. By the way, we've got almost 4 stacks of these things now. What am I doing? Let's go home. We're done here. Look at that. We built this. It's beautiful. I love it. Yeah, the Ender Dragon did not destroy my barrel. And thank you folks for watching. God bless you. And I'll see you later. Goodbye.